It's the music, the phones, video games. It's the media. I grew up in a time when video games were still seen as damaging to kids. Teachers fearful that my friends and I would bring a firearm to class if we lost a round of Mario Kart. In 4th grade, we were given an assignment to write an essay about an activity we enjoyed. Everyone else had the freedom to talk about bands, horses, and swimming. My enthusiasm to talk about my favorite hobby, video games, was quickly shot down, however. Talk about how video games cause children to become violent. His words lay etched into my brain, only 9 years old, but I understood the implication. See, media at the time was permeated with messages such as the following.
Video games, an industry that produced $7.4 billion in sales alone in 2006. Video games are available in almost any store you visit and are present in 74% of all children's homes. Video games are highly popular due to their interactive gameplay, and they create the feeling of control over a fictional character of your choice. But a problem is at hand. 70% of mature-rated video games are being marketed to children under 17. Children and teens who play teen or mature-rated games for a minimum of 40 minutes a day may witness over 180 incidents of aggression per day, or 5,400 incidents per month. If this trait continues, by the time the average child is 18 years old, they will have witnessed 200,000 acts of violence and 16,000 murders.
Jesus Christ, murder? Yeah, no offense to Brendan and Carl, but your assessment in the nicest way I can put this, full of shit. Media has always been misleading, twisting layers of the truth ever so slightly to incite chaos. It's like a car crash. You can't look away. Morbid curiosity won't allow it. But what would happen if media outlets could fabricate their own car crashes, leading more people to look? More eyes, more profit. What if I told you you're probably already fixated on a fabricated car crash as we speak? Moral panic, a widespread, often fear that a specific group or behavior is a threat to societal values. Media shapes public perception by highlighting certain aspects of an issue, thus influencing public interpretation. Repeated exposure to specific narratives activates existing beliefs and prejudices, making the public more susceptible to fear-based messaging. This is how media in the 2000s trained individuals to fear that kids who played Call of Duty were secretly hiding AK-47s in our lunchboxes. Hyper-specific language or purposely misleading language. When studies talk about violence children exhibit when playing video games, further explanation is always left ambiguous, hyperfixating on the violence but no mention of the type. So I'll tell you. Aggression is typically defined as any behavior directed toward another individual with the intent to cause harm to others. Forms of aggressive behavior include pushing, yelling, this is my favorite one, children sticking tongues out at each other. Media understands that highlighting mild roughhousing won't stir up the right reaction, but omission of specificity and highlighting of certain stories will do all the work for them. My teachers of the past were quite adamant, dare I say, aggressively adamant, that my hobby would turn deadly someday due to how media portrayed its consumers. I remember wondering how the minds of my supposed wise elders could be so exploitable. Today I see so many other groups relegated to the same media trickery of the past. But instead of traditional media, however, the information is spread online by everyday individuals like you and me. Individuals without any credentials telling you who to fear next, for no other purpose than to line their pockets up with dollars gained by our terror. The next time someone tries to feed you fear, ask yourself, what lies are circulating about your group online? And who's to say those same methods of deception aren't being used on this other. I never did end up writing that paper. Can't remember what I changed my topic to. But I do sometimes think about what my teacher would have written about. His favorite television show at the time, probably Game of Thrones. Yeah, the show that featured incest, rape, and gratuitous violence. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in quite some time. Someone should probably check up on his sister.